Hello, everyone. Welcome inside the Red Earth Production Studios for this edition of the Youth Baseball Midwest Press Box. I know you see on your screen, yes, the dude, Shohei Ohtani. Subscribe and win. We just wanted to start off the month of May. This is what we're doing. Our contest, first time like this, subscribe and win. We're looking to get to 5,000 subscribers, and in the month of May, at the end of May, we're going to be announcing that we are going to be the winner of these two cards. Now, these two cards are pretty cool. They're tops now. This is when Shohei in 2024 hit his first career postseason dinger. And in 2025, his first career postseason victory on the mound. So pretty couple cool cards. I've got them even right here in my hand here in the studio. If you want to have a chance to win that, subscribe here on the channel to Youth Baseball Midwest. Let us know. Please shoot us a comment down below. Let us know that you done it. We appreciate that. And also... we appreciate the fact that, you might hit that dinger next to it. It's not a home run, but it sure does get you some opportunities to get notifications for upcoming episodes just like this. So subscribe, win. Shohei Ohtani, a couple of cool cards there. We appreciate you being here. All right, coming into the show here today, I've got the young man, Garrett Dalgarno. Garrett reached out to me quite a while. I've been watching his stuff on social media. Young man has some aspirations. I love that. I love the initiative. Here. And by the way, speaking of, if you want to follow us on social media, you can follow us on X at uppercase YBM _ lowercase cast, and IG, Facebook, and TikTok. You can follow us at Youth Baseball Midwest. So we've got Garrett joining us on the show to talk a little small school baseball. This young man from Sullivan High School, we're going to let you introduce yourself and tell the folks a little bit about what you're doing.
Yeah, so I'm Garrett, man, and I just try to cover as much baseball from Class 1 to Class 3. I really love baseball. It's one of my favorite sports out there. And I just got a collective of a good group of dogs out there playing baseball.
A good group of dogs. I love that.
Yeah, that's why I like to call them. There's some dogs.
Absolutely.
And
Go ahead.
Oh, I thought you were going to say something.
No, go ahead.
So, I got this collective group. I'm going to start off with my pitchers, man. So, we're going to start off with...
Let's do this first. What got you into doing this, man? I mean, I know you love baseball and whatnot. Are you an athlete?
I used to be an athlete. I went through some tough injuries.
Are you used to be? You still an athlete, just not playing, right?
I'm just not playing anymore. Injuries got in the way.
What were some of the injuries, buddy?
I had a pretty bad ankle through basketball, and then bow hunting. I messed up my shoulder doing bow season.
No way. Did you get the deer?
No. It was practice shots. I was trying to go up and wait. Pulled back 70 pounds, shoulder folds in.
Oh, my goodness. No way, dude.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Well, look, you've got some guys you want to talk about here. And first, though, I want us to let everybody know, we got cards. We're doing this. And also, if anybody is interested, a lot of the cards we give away, we work with a gentleman here in St. Peters, Missouri. It's called Baseball Plus. His name's Mark Schlemeyer. He's been doing this since 1975. You can call him at 636-970-7088. We'll share some of this out on our socials as well. But Baseball Plus, you can get him at He's over at 346 Mid Rivers Mall Drive, St. Peters. Open Monday through Friday, 12 to 7, Saturdays 11 to 5. He's been great working with us and putting the cards together. So do you think maybe some of these guys here, Garrett, should be on a baseball card?
Oh, yeah. I got a few guys in mind for a baseball card, most definitely.
Let's go ahead and bring it, bro.
So we're going to start off with these pitchers. From Skyline High School, Landon Hodges is one of the greatest pitchers I've seen in Class 2 so far. This kid has had a amazing game. Oh, my gosh. Give me a second real quick.
Yeah, no worries.
My notes got all cut off.
That's not good.
I'm sitting there, I'm looking at him, and it's like, what in the world? Yeah, Landon Hodges, he is a dude with a 0.63 ERA through 11 appearances. I think that's an amazing start.
Absolutely.
Just at a junior, he's standing at 6'4", 175 pounds. That's a big guy out there.
Yes, it is, buddy. That is a big guy.
Now, yeah.
And does it
Skyline is in class? What?
Go ahead.
Skyline High School. They are a Class 2 school in District 12. I could see him win in District 12. It depends how wisely they use this guy.
Oh, I think
because with the mission rules.
Yeah, it's tough. They're hosting that district. Skyline. It's kind of southwest Missouri a little bit. But you got Lincoln in that district too. Lincoln's pretty good, 12-9 on the season.
Yeah,
that's going to be. I think those two teams. Lincoln's. I don't know. I'd have to look again to see if they played or not yet. But that's a pretty solid group right there.
Yeah, it is. From what I've seen, his best pitches are his slider. He really gets a lot of guys on that slider.
Yeah, and the other thing too. The other thing, too, is can you save him for a team like Lincoln?
Yeah.
Right?
So his velo ain't that high, but the command is great. He can hit the zone. And if they save him and use him just – what?
If you can spin it, go ahead.
Yeah. And if you can save him for Lincoln in that district championship, because I bet you that's where they meet up, they could get out of that district.
Oh, boy. Sometimes that can come back to bite you too, bro. It can.
Yeah. Around that area, there's a lot of great players.
Absolutely.
There's a ton out there. We also got around here. So around Sullivan, you got Cuba, Missouri. You got Brendan Gibson. From my knowledge, he is a sophomore or junior. He's the race. He's thrown 2 no-hitters this season. That's insane. I don't know how many guys you can name that have thrown 2 no-hitters this season.
I can't off the top of my head. I'll tell you that right now. That would not be something I would be able to tell you.
And again, same thing. Velo ain't there, but that's not all what you need. You need that good command. If you can hit that zone, that's what you need right there.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
And I don't know much. I'm trying to think of their district right now. I don't know if they can make it out of there. But they are a pretty hot team right now. I know they are doing pretty good.
There you go. Oh, that's all you need, right? Get hot at the right time.
Yeah, that's all you need. You just need to be on a hot streak.
That's it.
That's about it.
Who's up next?
And I know this is a little bit out of my district, but Pacific, they got a freshman, Colton Burt. 29.2 innings pitched.
Yeah. Yep.
That kid is clearly the ace right there, and he's got a 0.994 ERA with 22 strikeouts so far on the season.
Well, I think this is why Pacific's going to be a tough out in District 3. You're not going to they're not going to be an easy one there. This is where Rockwood Summit is in Class 5. Pacific's a Class 5 school. And District 3 is loaded. You got Union in there along with Parkway Central. You got DeSmet. So Pacific, they have a dude. It's just, do they have multiple dudes that, because you're going to need them for that district.
Yeah, they definitely do need multiple dudes. And the two kids that I always keep my eye on is that kid and Colton Kasuth. That kid can really smack the ball.
We were talking about him earlier, folks. There is a stupid number.
It's absolutely crazy.
Video game numbers for this kid with his slash line. Go ahead and give it to him, Garrett. It's crazy.
He's batting on the season so far, hitting 458 for his batting average, and then his on-base percentage is 644 with a slug percentage of 1.203 on the season so far. The kid's got 6 doubles, 1 triple, and 34 RBIs.
Dude, look at when you're talking about an OPS, and folks, your OPS is your on-base percentage plus your slug. Your OPS is 1847, 1.847. That is just an absurdly ridiculous number in baseball. And when we were looking at this, what's the other piece of this? I think, when you talk about the home runs.
Oh, yeah. This kid has got 12 home runs on the season with a whopping 17 stolen bases. So you're telling me if he doesn't hit a home run off you, he's just going to go out there and steal every single base around you.
Well, and the other thing, too, we looked at this, and, that's 19 extra base hits, and he has 27 hits on the season, folks. 19 are for extra base hits. That's absurd.
Yeah. We'll probably go back in my little jurisdiction of small schools and finish up this pitching group I got. So you got Benjamin Smith, St. Pius X Festus. Mm-hmm. A great kid. He's a lefty with 37.1 innings pitched, 50 strikeouts so far, and a 2.44 ERA. That's a pretty
solid,
good stat
man.
line right there.
That's solid.
I think that might be, last time I checked, maybe top 3 in the state so far for strikeouts.
I could see that. That's a lot of Ks, man, through 37 and a third innings. That's a lot. That's solid. Solid stuff.
And it's from a lefty.
Right.
You're starting to see more lefties now in baseball.
And what do you got next, buddy?
Oh, what I got next is Drake Armstrong just hit a career milestone of 100 Ks as a sophomore. A kid like that with 100 Ks just at his sophomore year so far, that's big for him. Yes, you're telling me by his senior year he could probably have 200 maybe?
You got a 2028 grad, Ben, was that Ben Smith?
Drake Armstrong?
Is it Drake Armstrong? That's the kid out of Pius? Okay.
From Plexico.
Oh, no. The Festus, the St. Pius X kid.
Oh, Benjamin Smith?
Yeah. He's a senior, and you look at the difference there. When you can put up 100 Ks and you're only in your sophomore season. For one, you need to get enough innings on the mound from a freshman, as a freshman. So, this kid has been good since he's been a freshman, if you got 100 Ks already.
Yeah. And then I don't know if you know much about Valley Park, but
I
those
do.
kids, they're pretty good out there. You know Luke Geary from Valley Park?
Indeed, we live streamed a game from. They were part of the St. Louis Patriots Invitational on that Saturday. We went out and live streamed 3 games, and we had Valley Park in one of those games. I think that's a solid team. Saw Luke Geary. Didn't see him pitch. We didn't see him pitch, but we saw him swing the bat. And he can still swing the bat, too.
What I got for him, 34 innings pitched so far, 2.45 ERA, and has struck out 55 batters while only giving up 23 hits on the season.
Yeah.
That's a pretty dominant pitching performance.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
And like you said, that kid can swing the bat. A batting average of 4.21 with 24 hits on the season.
He gets it done on both sides of the ball. Solid two-way player for Valley Park. He's one of their guys, man, and it's good, and he's just a sophomore. His brother Will is at Lindenwood playing right now, starting for Lindenwood, and Valley Park. They got a few dudes. I think they're going to be dangerous in the playoffs.
Oh, they most definitely will be. And then you got all sorts of talent throughout that team. And then if you go over the hitting from this year, there's great hitting. I know this may seem a little biased because I am from Sullivan, but no bias. I go strict on these guys. You got Chase Blue, amazing two-way player. He didn't even pitch last year. And he's been pitching pretty well on the season. I don't have the exact ERA pulled up right now.
It's all right.
But hitting-wise, he's got one of the hottest bats in Missouri, batting .500 on the season with a .570 on-base percentage, and then his slug percentage is .792.
Again, when you start getting into those numbers, you got what is that? Almost a 1.3, a 1.3, a little over 1.3.
I think so. I'm not too hot with my math, though.
1.36, 1,300. That's big, man. These guys are putting up some numbers. And, Sullivan, they've struggled through the season. I think it's interesting watching what they've done. I still think they got a shot. I think they're still probably the team to beat in that district.
Yeah, I agree.
And if they get on a hot streak, they've got guys, I still think they have a shot to get beyond the sectional and into those quarterfinals. And once you get there, you never know, man.
Yeah. I think in the Class 3, they might be top 5, maybe top 3 best hitting schools. But defensively, that's where they struggle. They struggle with their pitching. They either leave guys in there too long or take them out too soon. And then defense behind the pitcher is where they struggle. They've committed, I think, almost the most errors within all the schools in Missouri. They're up there.
That's tough, man. That's tough.
Yeah.
I like this tier too. This one you got. He hit a milestone, 100 career hits. His senior year here for Chase Blue. That's an impressive number.
Yeah. Not many guys hit 100 career hits in their high school career.
No, that's not easy. You have to put that's solid seasons. And I don't know if Chase played varsity his freshman year. Are you aware of that?
I'm pretty sure he did. I'm pretty sure he got a couple starts at varsity.
Okay.
His freshman year.
Yeah. So, I'll tell you what, Garrett, when you start looking at these guys, and I love the fact that you bring up the kid that stands out now, Puxico. That's Class 2, right?
Yes, sir. Plexico, I think is how you pronounce it.
Yeah, it's Plexico. Excuse me. I can't spell anymore,
Yeah.
man. It's all right. We'll live through it. But the folks in Plexico probably going, dude, what are you doing? You're crushing our will to live. But, what are you going to do, right? But you start looking around at these schools in these small towns. No, it's Puxico, Puxico. Isn't it Puxico or is it Plexico? Because it's District 3, Class 2, down there with Chaffee, Bloomfield, Bernie. Is that the school?
Yeah.
Okay. So it is Puxico, home of the Indians. And we'll see. We'll make sure. Yep, Drake Armstrong. He's just like I said, a sophomore. You're into this. They're 7-11 on the season, but to me, the biggest issue, you got to deal with an undefeated Chaffee down there, 21-0.
Yeah.
And not to mention, here's something we're going to talk about a little bit. They've got to play. Chaffee and Scott City are facing off this week in probably one of the best games of the week, regardless of class. Scott City is 22-1, Chaffee 21-0. There's proximity. I know Scott City's Class 3 and Chaffee's Class 2, but they're in the same conference. And this is a conference game, and these guys want to go out and give it to each other, right?
Yes, sir.
So
it's going to be a very exciting game.
Absolutely. So hopefully you'll be keeping an eye on that one. You're going to be keeping an eye on that one this week? That's Wednesday.
Oh, yeah, most definitely. I'm going to see if I can even make it down there to watch that game.
That would be worth the trip. That would be worth the trip.
Yes, it would.
I looked at that game and was working to see if I could get, I thought about, scheduling wise. I saw it and I was like, oh my gosh. And it was the same. We have our game of the week with Lindbergh is going to be visiting Eureka. And you think Class 6 and people are like, oh yeah. But I'll tell you, man, if I could, I would have both of them going at the same time.
Yeah.
Oh, because that's a shout out to those guys. They do very well. It's quality
they work
schools.
Very hard out there,
right?
I think that's going to be a very good game, and it's going to come down to the defense there.
Absolutely, buddy. Absolutely. So, talk to us about some of the storylines you're going to be covering this week, and looking forward to having you back on the show next week.
I'm going to full on watch more of these pitchers. Keep an eye on Skyline. They're a pretty hot team. Windsor's a very hot team right now. I think their district's a little bit tough out there with Tipton.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But I could see him pulling out, winning that district.
Right.
Because they are hot right now. That is one of the hottest teams out there.
And that's Class 2, folks, because we're talking about District 13. They also have Sacred Heart in there at 12-8. Tipton's 14-7 and Windsor's 15-4. So that's going to be a fun district to watch there. I think that keeping an eye on that, and locally, down by you got, or I don't know if it's down by you. Silex is more up. You got Silex in Class 2, which is pretty good. Veritas Christian over here in O'Fallon, Missouri, they've been playing some really good baseball.
Yes, they have. And then Warsaw's been playing some pretty good baseball out there. I know they got a couple guys that can just swap from pitcher to any else position. Utility players out there. You just tell them what you want done, and they'll go out there and do it.
I love it. So I'm looking forward to seeing what happens. Class 1, you got, Valley Catholics back down to Class 1. Atlanta, I'd like to keep an eye on Atlanta up there. In the north, they're 17-2. They're in District 5. We followed them with Missouri American Legion baseball, and a lot of those kids play Legion ball up there, but they're getting it done up there. So that would be interesting to see.
Yeah, I'll definitely keep an eye on that team. There's a whole bunch of teams I'll try to keep an eye on. It's kind of hard to do all that, though.
Absolutely, buddy. So,
because you're trying to keep an eye on one team, and then another team just starts absolutely just
It
crushing it.
pops up. Yes, it does, and it's a lot to work towards, but appreciate it. Look, hey, folks, Garrett Delgarno joining us here on the press box. Garrett, appreciate you being here tonight, buddy. We're looking forward to having you back next week, and
Yes, sir.
seeing what you got for us, bud.
Yes, sir. I'll bring a whole bunch more next time.
All right, man. You have a good night, folks. Garrett Delgarno. Make sure we'll have him back, and we'll see you next week, buddy.
See you next week.
All right. All right. I've got joining us, of course, as always, the man, the myth, the legend. Is that too much, Dave? I can never tell. Dave Wiggins. Oh, no, I can't hear him. We don't have his. Do we have him? We don't have you. You we've had, yeah. He'll be coming back, folks. We'll get him back on here in just a second. We've had these issues in the past, and we'll get Dave back in here just real quick. He's got to go back and come back in, and we'll get him back here. Oh, there he is.
I turned my phone off. Can you hear me now?
I can hear you now, Dave. And so can the fans. That's what's great about it.
That's wonderful. That's great.
Oh, yeah. Love it.
What I said was all the nicknames were never enough. So keep them coming.
Hey, and folks, I want to remind you, I'm going to flash it up in front of them here real quick, Dave. Boom. Right here. Subscribe and win. We got a couple of Shohei. I got him right here in my hand over here like this. You can see him. Shohei Ohtani, his first career postseason victory from 25, and his first career home run in the postseason from 24. We're giving those away. Subscribe to Youth Baseball Midwest right now. Hit that dinger. At the end of May, we're going to be giving those away. We want to get to 5,000 subscribers. Who doesn't like Shohei Ohtani?
I mean, I don't like him right now because he's not hitting any home runs for my fantasy team. So that's
You're right, dude. You're right.
Yeah, focus on pitching right now. And I don't have him as a pitcher. I only have Shohei the hitter. So I need him to hit. I'm salty.
He's hurting your feelings right now, buddy. He is hurting your feelings. I know it. And that's true. I mean, my goodness, he is struggling at the plate. And he did. He said he wants to win a Cy Young.
Good for him. That's great. My fantasy team couldn't care less about his Cy Young.
I love it. I love it.
Homie,
I love it.
Striking out, and strikeouts are -1. So.
Oh, mercy. Well, we're going to get Mr. Wiggins going here because he's got to get back to coaching and whatnot. We appreciate him jumping in here on the show. We're going to talk some Class 6 and Class 5 rankings, plus not just to mention that, but we're going to look at some favorites here in the districts. The districts are, 2 weeks away? Maybe 2.5, right?
They're creeping up. Yeah, they're creeping up on us. Next week's the last week of regular season baseball. So, at least for the smaller classes. I don't know. It's all run together, Brian.
And just so you know, folks, we got a great week of baseball. If the weather holds, tomorrow we'll be at Lafayette for the visiting Marquette Mustangs. Then on Wednesday we'll be at Eureka with the visiting Lindbergh Flyers. Thursday we're going to go across the river. We're heading over to Father McGivney High School for St. Anthony is coming. These are two of the top Class 2 schools in the state of Illinois. And then on Friday, we're going to be at BMAC. We've got Duchesne hosting MICDS. I'm looking forward to that one. That should be a dandy. And then, folks, we're packing up Friday night. We're driving to Ashland, Missouri. If you don't know Ashland, Missouri, that's the home of Southern Boone High School. And we're going to be live streaming the third place and championship games of the Southern Boone Classic baseball classic there. Should be some fun stuff. We got some good baseball for you all week as we finish out the season. Dave, we're going to start with Class 6. Liberty North, I'm going to tell you, dude, I think Liberty North is just, they're good. They're just hard. They're a hard-nosed team. They just beat you down, wear you down, wear you down, wear you down. And that's my favorite in District 8.
I can't disagree with you. It's I'm being petty. I can't see your face, so it's hard to see any reaction that you give to anything that I say. I don't know if that's something Drew can fix or not.
You can't see my face. Can you see? What do you see on the screen, bro? All you're seeing is
I see your bust, and then it's me. So it's almost like I am your head, and you're my chest.
That's too weird, bro. I'm sorry.
Super weird. Yeah, sorry to everybody watching. It's gotten really weird and awkward. But
then you're seeing my Kirkwood Buck 56.
I see the Post 156. Yeah, I played for Post 156 back in high school.
Shout out to Chris Copeland.
Represent,
getting it done over there. Absolutely.
Yeah, no, Liberty North is the class of District 8. I agree with you. They're going to be tough to beat.
Yeah, Liberty Blue Jays at 2. Eureka, I got back at 3. Listen, if they can continue to swing the bats, if they could score 5 runs, if they can score 4 runs, this team can beat anybody in the state. They're my favorite in District 2. I know Lafayette's good. I know Marquette's good. But, I just think the pitching plays out.
The pitching plays out. Yeah, I mean, Ben Lackey, John Habercorn are their Tuesday, Wednesday starters. And then, Jackson Joggers had a really good start over the weekend, pitched really well. Cade Gustafson has been brilliant on the mound for them. Dane Grice is back to basically full strength. Then you have Nathan Roots and Jack Baker. My goodness. I mean, you got arms for days over there. Probably some that we're not mentioning. And then, the offense, you look at it and it's kind of, I'm sorry to bring this up. It's like my fantasy roster. It's like, it's names of dudes that I know can hit, but they're not hitting. And it's like, I mean, Tyler Sweeney hit darn near 400 last year as a sophomore, right? I mean, he's an outstanding baseball player. He's leading that offense as the leadoff hitter. Craig Ringy's going to slew. Carson Luthauser's arguably, one of the top 2 or 3 catchers in the state of Missouri. They've got the offense. Levi Feiser's healthy. He's dynamic for them. It's like, can they put everything together? Can they put it all together? And can the offense, like you said, score 3 to 5 runs? Because that pitching staff can hold anybody down.
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly. And I think that's what, when you're talking about these things, to me, that's where Eureka's at. We'll just have to. Nixa down there, we saw Nixa play a couple weeks ago, last week, actually. Yeah, there you go. It all runs together. No, it wasn't last week. It was a couple weeks ago. Kickapoo. They hosted Kickapoo, beat Kickapoo. This is a solid team. We saw Cameron Miller on the mound. Offensively, up and down, they've got a strong team. I think they're the favorite in District what is that? District 6. They're in District 6, but you got Kickapoo in that district. You've got Ozark in that district. You've got who am I missing here? I know I'm missing somebody. Hang on one second. Boom, I got it right here. Because there's somebody else. Well, not to mention, and I mean just teams that, can beat you. Glendale. There it is. Glendale, you still have Brady Yates to deal with there. They're still winning ball games. They're beating good teams. Joplin is still there. Neosho is going to be a tough out if you got Brody Crane on the mound. And, District 6 is very deep, but I think Nixa is the team to beat in that in District 6.
Yeah, that's tough. Kickapoo's really good. Kickapoo's got some great arms and good offense. They beat Howell this weekend after Howell beat Glendale. Um, that's a tough district right there. We talk about the district. What is it? District 8 up in Kansas City. We talk about the two districts here in St. Louis. That district down there is a gauntlet.
Yes.
Yeah, Nixa. I don't know. I could see Kickapoo winning that. I could see Nixa winning that. And maybe even Glendale. I mean, when you have a player like Brady Yates who is making a case for a Player of the Year in the state, um, that sometimes that's enough in a one game. I mean, these single elimination tournaments are crazy.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
I don't disagree with you. We saw, like I said, we saw Kickapoo and we saw Brody Wilson. Woo-hoo.
yeah, he's so good. He can flat out pitch.
And Miller was really good. Cameron Miller on the other side.
Yeah.
It doesn't get too much better in high school baseball. It just Miller outlasted him. They got to Brody in the fifth inning, pushed him over the top a little bit there. But he's a dynamic arm, man. And I don't think he was landing his off speed as well. His fastball was still good in that game against Nixa, but his off speed wasn't maybe as crisp. And I think that's kind of maybe hurt him a little bit there. And that happens. That's baseball, right?
I talk about it with my assistant at Prin Key all the time. A good fastball is just not enough anymore. You got to have off speed. You got to be able to command at least 2 off speed pitches to go with the fastball. Even if you're throwing in the 90s, hitters train for velocity. That's all they hit. They hit off machines all winter long. You've got to be able to throw your secondaries for competitive pitches.
Folks, let me tell you something about Wyatt Mabe. Wyatt Mabe. Remember that name. That kid can hit. Oh, my goodness. Third base for Nixa. Yeah.
Is he a sophomore?
Off the top of my head, I will tell you, I think he's a junior. They don't have a lot of age on that team in Nixa.
Okay. That's a name I haven't heard before, so that's cool.
Yeah, buddy. Wyatt Mabe. There it is. Wyatt Mabe, he is a junior. If you get a chance, kid's electric with the bat, and
awesome.
Just fun to watch. Put together some really good at bats against Wilson, and when you're facing that kind of, and you see guys that can hit like that against guys like that, they understand when they get in the box what they're doing. Simple as that. At 5 here, I got to get my cursor over here. At 5, we got Francis Howell. I think they're down a little bit, but I just never count out Howell. You got Dylan Curtis on the mound. I think they're scuffling a little bit behind him. Who's going to step up in that rotation and be consistent? I think that's the biggest thing, is the inconsistency for Howell, both on the mound and defensively. I think those are the two things that they've struggled with throughout the season, and that's why they've lost. I think the 10 games is just a lack of consistency in those two areas. If they can clear those two up that way, I think Howell's just as good as anybody in the state.
Yeah, I agree. I'd like to see Drew Dirks get a few more opportunities as a starter. I really like Dirks. He's a very good pitcher, headed to SLU. Commands the strike zone extremely well in the mid-80s with a good breaking ball. Poised, has been doing it. He's a junior, but he's a veteran on that staff. Yeah. Someone else needs to step up behind Dylan. I mean, Dylan's obviously a potential draft pick. He's
a force to be reckoned with.
Absolutely. I mean, he's one of the very few high school arms who throws in the 90s and who can command multiple pitches. And that's why he is getting looked at by major league scouts. Is he's got the velocity and the command. And in high school, usually it's one or the other. And for him to have both, for him to possess a low 90s fastball with plus command, it's elite, right? But who else is going to step up? They've got depth. They've got depth. They have good pitchers, but do they have another great pitcher behind Dill? I think they do. I think they're one of those, or a few of those kids are going to have to show Coach P, hey man, I'm going to help win this district. I'm going to help get us where we need to go.
I agree. I agree. That's exactly where they're at right there. SLU, I think they are the team to beat in District 3. I know CBC. We won't talk about that too much right now, but
oh, don't worry about it.
I'm just messing with Dave, folks. That was from earlier. But I think SLU is definitely, I mean, Hal North, I don't think they are deep enough for SLU. SLU's got the pitching. They've got the hitting. They've scuffled here and there, but I think their District 3 is theirs to win.
Yeah. They're deep. They're deep.
Yeah. So Jackson, I think District 1. Now this is one that I think could go either way, Dave. I think they're the favorite. I believe they're the favorite. But okay, folks, here is to me the toughest district in the state. I know District 8 down there is good, but Fox, they're down this year, but they're winning ball games here and there. But then it's Jackson, Kirkwood, who can beat you. Lindbergh, been scuffling all year, but talented. Northwest Cedar Hill, that's the only one I think is kind of like okay. But then Oakville, Seckman, and Vianney. My goodness, man. Somebody give me a break here. You're not going to get one. This is a brutal – because Kirkwood could win a first-round matchup.
Absolutely. Yeah, and they lost 1-0 today to Lafayette. Landon Matthews threw 65 pitches in 7 innings. 50 of them were strikes. I mean, they just ran into a really good arm on a really good day, you know. And then Lindbergh, kind of like Eureka. It's like some games they put it all together offensively, but then the other team also scores a ton of runs. And when their pitching shows up, it's almost like their pitching shows up and their hitters don't. They won 1-0 today against Parkway South. Jordan Schneider's a great left-handed pitcher. It held them to 1 run. You know, there are pitchers in that district that possess a lot more velocity than Jordy does. That have, you know, really, really plus stuff. And I've really kind of yet to see Lindbergh handle plus pitching. Wyatt Schneider was brilliant against them last week. Are the hitters talented? Without question. Yes, that lineup, I would kill to have that lineup. But they got to find a way to put it together. You know, Polite's been really good on the mound. Jones has been really good on the mound. They don't have a ton of depth behind those guys. You know, Calcaterra it's Polite, Calcaterra, Jones, right? Those 3 guys, cool. They can start each one of those district games, but who's going to come in behind them when, you know, Johnny's only a sophomore, 95 pitches. He might hit that in the 5th inning. There are question marks there. The talent is undeniable, but yeah, Zach Van Hook is in that district, right? You know, Sam Smith was 86-90 the other day for Vianney. I mean, Ben Theroff. I mean, Vianney's got just as many arms as any other school in the state, in my opinion.
Agreed.
And then Seckman, watch out. Corey Hilsinger, Max Jones, Carson Harden. Their offense is clicking. Nick Weidler rakes. Brody Kubi's a stud. I mean, that team right there could win that district. And we haven't even talked about Jackson, who's probably the class of the district. Yeah, you're right. That district is ridiculous.
And then, you know, thank you for putting Oakville in there with the arms they have. You got Zane.
Yeah, CJ Lake, Caleb Owens. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Tanner Medina has been throwing some really good innings for Oakville as well. He won their senior night. Benny Delick is arguably the best freshman hitter in Missouri. He's an absolute stud. Hits 2-hole for them. Max Simakaitis going to Nebraska. CJ Lake's obviously hitting well. Yeah, good luck to all the teams in that district. I would love to post up at those fields and watch every one of those games. It'd be great entertainment.
That's the best district in the state right there. I'm sorry. No offense to any other district. That's the best district in the state right there. There you go. That's
Coach Michelle agrees. He's right here.
It's pretty tough. Not fun.
He should know. Oh man, it's just brutal. There's the one here, I think, in District 8 that's the outlier with Liberty North, and that's Staley. They have won, like, I think I don't know, I think it's 12 or 13 in a row. Ever since the Columbia tournament, they come up. They were starting to get them. We saw them beat Platte County. We were up there. They turned around and they got hammered by Rockhurst. They show up at Columbia. They win that, beat Howell twice, beat Willard, and then they just go on a heater. And they haven't lost since. I haven't looked tonight to see where they're at. But at that time, they were like, and they're 19-9 now. I mean, they started out so bad. When I talked with Coach Josenberger when we were at the ballpark there and we saw him at Platte County, he's like, he says, we got talent. It's just we got to get everybody playing right. And they've got everybody playing right because they have beaten Blue Springs South. They've beaten Liberty North. They have beaten the big boys up there. And I don't think you can sleep on Staley.
No, and I like Coach Jay a lot. It was cool having him on a couple of weeks ago, getting to talk to him about his team and, the culture he's trying to create there. And for being, this only being his second year, and, he was, he had to step in and basically take over for Coach Wilson in a year that they were poised to go win state. That can't be easy. And then to come back year two and, have talented players like Crew Patrick and who's the catcher? Come on, help Maltzby.
Maltzby,
yeah. I mean, they're good. And yeah, they showed how good they were in Columbia. So
they won the Columbia tournament without Crew Patrick. He'd busted his hammy, or it was a little strained.
We were wondering where he was, right? Yeah, we were wondering where he was.
Yep. And so they sat him for a little bit. Rockbridge here, I've got it number 9. I'm going to tell you, I think they're the favorite in District 5. I know Blue Springs South is in that one. I saw Blue Springs South play. They're still figuring it out. And I know Coach Bear, he'll probably do it. I think if Blue Springs South, they're at 11 right there. But I think Rockbridge has a little bit more of a identity right now than Blue Springs South.
Yeah.
One man's thoughts. And then, of course, you got Vianney right there at 10. And you can see here the teams we've been talking about. There's Blue Springs South at 11, Marquette at 12. Zumwalt West is still right there. I think they're still, you do not want to sleep on the Jags. They will beat you hot, quick, and in a hurry. I think they're still, they hit a wall a little bit with the young guys. I think they'll be fine. It'll be interesting to see what happens in district, but I think they're going to be just fine. We got them at 13. Seckman at 14, as we talked about. Oakville, Lafayette, 16. Kickapoo right there at 17. Howell Central. There's another one in District 4. Coach Beckman he knows how to coach, man.
Absolutely. And they showed it last week by taking down Zumwalt West with a football score in that second game. That was a statement right there. Pyle was brilliant on Tuesday and they couldn't get to him. But that's the thing. Who's it going to be behind Pyle? And Cody Baden has been really good for Zumwalt West. He's been really, really good. But Francis Howell Central just got to him. And they're kind of like that death by 1,000 cuts team where they're just going to play really good baseball. They're going to play hard-nosed baseball. They don't have a bunch of big name guys. Obviously, Cooper. Oh man, dude, I'm so bad with last names when I'm on the spot.
Demanuel.
Come on, Demanuel. Yeah, Cooper Demanuel, Drew Wiss. They've got names. They're the young man that pitched threw extremely well that day. but they're going to outplay you. They're going to do everything they can to play better baseball than you, and that's the standard Coach Beckman holds them to. That would be really cool. I really think it would be awesome if they found a way to win that district. That would be kind of cool.
I think they got a shot. I mean, unless Hal really, I think District 4 is a little bit open more. Listen, there's only one team that is. No, if I'm not mistaken, when I was looking earlier, I don't think anybody is. North Point's there's one team under 500. That's Zumwalt North, and they're 8-11. North Point's 14-4. Everybody else is above 500. Liberty, Coach Reeder's got that team playing pretty well. The Eagles, they've got. You don't want to see dope rats if he's right. And, so you can't.
Hey, shout out to Jackson Ryan, who's having a heck of a year at shortstop for them. Watch the kid play and find me a better shortstop in the area. For me, it's him and Sissom. Like, find me someone better. He's just doing everything right now. He's getting college interest, talking to schools. And it just goes to show all these young players here, like, everyone's path is different. J-Rod's a senior in high school. He's hitting his peak as a senior in high school because he developed a little bit later, and he's going to go off and play college baseball at a very high level. And a month ago, that wasn't even in the conversation. So, hats off to him.
Absolutely. Last but certainly not least, Rockhurst, I think, are the favorite in District 7. They've been playing good baseball, 19-11. I'm going to tell you, I don't know too much about it. I'm going to have to do some research and start following Rockhurst a little bit more. But you look at this, they've beaten Lee Summit, they've beaten Ray-Pec. They're District 7, those are the other two right there. I think Lee Summit, the Tigers, are still a really good team. You have to deal with their leadoff, and gosh, see, there you go. I was sitting there, I had his name.
Lee Summit leadoff hitter?
Yeah. Oh, man.
Yeah. Micah Patterson.
Micah Patterson. Micah can swing it, man. And you got TJ Boston behind him. They've got the other dudes. Their shortstop is really good in I know these names. Isn't that terrible, folks? And that's what the gray hair is doing to me right there.
I wear a hat. You can't see my gray hair.
Oh, there it is. Hang on one second. I'm going to get it right here because it is coming up, and that is Dominic Thompson. Thank you. Dominic Thompson. I was going to do it. I couldn't help it. So Rockhurst finishes that out. We're going to jump in here because I know we got to get Dave to his practice. And we want to get we're going to talk about some Class 5 here. We got a new number 1 in Class 5, Dave. Webb City last week took down Willard. And, you got to reward that. They beat them 5-3 at their house. These are, I think, the two best teams in Class 5 in the state, as you can tell, since they're 1 and 2. And I think it's a 1A, 1B kind of. I don't even know if it's 1A and 1A. I think a given day, depending. And here's the other thing. The District 6 is hosted by Willard. So, home cooking. Oof.
Well, it's a beautiful new complex. So, might as well take advantage, right?
Absolutely.
But, hats off to Mason Young for beating Willard for the Webb City Cardinals. Not only is Mason a really good pitcher, I think he has 5 or 6 home runs on the year. He's swinging it in the middle of their order. Starts at third when he doesn't pitch. So, that's a heck of a win right there. I kind of see that as a 1A, 1B as well. Thankfully, they're not in the same district, so they can match up. Oh, they are?
Oh, they are. Yeah. They are in the same conference, and they are in the same district. I have that incorrect. That's from last year.
Oh,
That's my fault.
I'm looking at it, and I thought they were, but then I looked. I'm like, oh, hold on. They're not.
That is called user error, and I apologize to the fans. I will correct that. That is all District 6.
So they are in District 6. Okay. Man, that's tough.
So
I wish they could out of that. Yeah.
And then when you look down here, Carl Junction, who's number 4, is also in District 6. So I think 2 of the top 4 teams in the state right now are not going to be in the quarters.
That's insane.
That's tough, bud. That's tough.
It really is. Oh, it's the gauntlet district like we have here in St. Louis,
Absolutely. Rockwood Summit at 3, they got 8 losses, but I'm going to tell you something. There's no team in Class 5 that plays a more difficult schedule than Rockwood Summit. Agreed?
1,000,000%. Them and Webster Groves. But Summit plays a really tough schedule. I mean, they're in the yellow pool, the highest colored pool here in the Suburban. They've got to play Eureka twice, Lafayette twice, Lindbergh twice, Marquette twice. That alone is really tough.
Absolutely. And then they go search out everybody else that's good. And
yeah, they're playing the Midwest Classic, right? They're playing Howell. They're playing, all the GAC schools that are good. Yeah. Coach Schneider doesn't duck competition, and it shows by the way they play. They nothing you throw at them, they haven't seen before. They've seen it all. They're battle tested. They're always really good in the playoffs because of it.
Absolutely. St. Dominic, the favorite in District 4 here. East is struggling a bit. I think 18-7. They didn't play it all last week, so we'll see. We've got St. Dominic in the last week of the season hosting Vianney at their house. So that one's a big interest. Yeah, I'm looking forward to that game.
East got beat up pretty bad tonight by Chaminade. I don't know who threw, but it was like 21-6 is what I saw. 21-4? Oh, okay.
Yeah,
well,
they've been struggling, man. East has been struggling. They dropped out of our top 10. We'll see what happens as they continue to go through this. Kearney, the Bulldogs, I do like this team. I got them as the favorite in District 8. 19-7, they are big. They are physical. Seeing these guys play, they hit the ball a ton. They can pitch. They have the kid, Cameron Taylor.
Cam Taylor, yeah.
And so this team has the ingredients to, I think, get to the Final Four.
They were in the Final Four 2 years ago too, and
Yes.
it'll be no stranger to them. And when Webster played them in that semifinal game, I think half their team was also football studs. So it's they're physical, they're big, they're strong, they're physical, they hit it hard, they throw it hard, they're intimidating. They really are.
Yeah, it's those kids that get off the bus and you go, oh my gosh.
Mm-hmm. It's 2-0. The game hadn't even started.
Summit Christian putting together a fantastic season. I don't think they've played the most difficult schedule because they were a Class 4 team last year. I think they played a lot the same. But, when you got the Zumwalt brothers and then you have, I'm trying to remember the other kid's name in there. They score runs. They're just a fantastic baseball team. And I'm going to tell you, folks, no offense to these other schools. I know it's just the reality of it. But when you're in a district with Belton, who has just the one arm, I think that was at Cooper Shrum.
Yeah, and they're managing his workload hard.
Yeah.
So he doesn't get to be Cooper Shrum this spring, unfortunately.
Then you got Grandview, Raytown South, Ruskin, Van Horn, and William Chrisman. No offense, but I don't think Summit Christian has much of a. There's not much to. They're gonna win that district unless they just all fall over and get injured all at the same time. I'm sorry. That's just the.
I have to agree. I have to agree.
I don't. I just don't mean that. I don't want to be rude. But I'm sorry. It's just true. St. Pius X. We'll move on here. St. Pius X in District 8, 15-7 right there. Festus, the favorite in District 1. as we go back to District 1 here, another one, it's not strong as like big time, but Cape Central's had a good season. You got Farmington, you got Hillsboro. Poplar Bluff has been playing very good baseball. And so you've got a solid district there. Festus, but unless somebody beats Festus, I'm going to pick Festus. And nobody's beat them for like the last, 5 years?
They keep winning District 1. So, and then there's potential there with Hillsboro. There's potential with Blake Coleman at DeSoto, but it's you never know, right? And that's why you play the games. I think Festus is definitely the class of that district with the two lefty seniors and Jackson Imes, the junior lefty, and Braden Good at short. I mean, they're a deep team. Like they've got a lot of depth for a Class 5 team, and they're playing more Class 6 schools than I've seen in the past. I think Coach Mott is kind of strengthening his schedule a little bit and getting out of that, that Jefferson County bubble that they're in and branching out. So I think it's going to help them.
Here's one you might not know about, folks. Warrensburg, the Tigers. District 5, I'm picking them right now as my favorite. Early on here, they are 17-5, led by Charlie Morgan. And I knew I was going to forget his first name, and that's usually the way that happens because when you're thinking about so
Kyle
many things.
Kid?
Huh?
Is it Kyle Crooks' kid, the
Yes.
UCM head coach?
Yes.
Yeah. Say
Yes.
Mr. Crooks.
Mr. Crooks, exactly. I want to, that's terrible though. The kid is Cannon Crooks.
There you go.
Cannon and Charlie Morgan headed to UCM after they're done playing. And not to mention, they've got other kids on this squad that are getting it done for them. It's a pretty well-rounded group. They're playing some good quality competition. I like Warrensburg. I think they're going to come out of that District 5. Could be a little tough. It's a quality. You got Camdenton. Capital City Father Tolton's played much better in the second half of the season so far. Jeff City, you still have Lebanon to deal with there. They haven't been good this year, not really, but they've still got guys. And you still have to deal with Marshfield. Marshfield's in 5. Marshfield's playing better. So it's going to be a tough district, but I like what Warrensburg's been doing. Wow. I spit that out, Dave.
You did a good job.
I'm trying to get Dave out of here, folks, because I know he's got to go. But as you can see here, we got Zumwalt East still 11. I think that's going to be a tough one. Union, 16-8, right there. MICDS, I think they're the District 2 favorites. We're going to see them. Marshfield is right there, District 5. Poplar Bluff, like I said, we got them at 15. The Mules are 16-8, playing some pretty good baseball. Platte County, 15-11, down to 16. I think they're going to have a tough time beating Kearney. St. Pius X even right there. Farmington, can they challenge Festus? I think that's going to be these two teams here. Can they challenge them? You got Winnetonka, the Griffins, 15-7 in District 8. I don't think they're going to get out of District 8, but they're playing good baseball. Chaminade in District 2, I don't think they can beat MICDS. What do you think, Dave?
It depends on who throws. MICDS is obviously a good team. I wouldn't sleep on Chaminade, though. Chaminade's schedule is a deal more competitive than MICDS's schedule. MICDS is in the Metro. Chaminade's in the MCC. Chaminade plays more games. MICDS is deep. But, I mean, I think both are good baseball teams, and I could. What district is Summit in? They're not in 2, are they?
3.
They're in 3. Okay. All right.
Yeah.
I could see Chaminade. That would be interesting. I could see Chaminade giving MICDS a tough game. I mean, Prairie beat MICDS last week. So
they did.
Yeah. And once again, MICDS is talented. Can they put it all together?
There you go, folks. I love that. hey, that's what this is about. So we got Festus in 1, MICDS maybe, Dave, I think maybe leaning towards Chaminade, Rockwood Summit in 3, St. Dominic in 4. These are favorites, not predictions right now. We'll predict something later. Warrensburg in 5, Webb City in 6, Summit Christian in 7. I know Coach McGee, it's his last season. He's probably going to smack me in the head. Blap. But Summit Christian in 7 and Kearney in 8. That's where we're at there. And you can see I've got Tolton. They've been playing much better baseball. 15 and 7, finishing out here. Ty Moore, the new head coach there. After jumping up, they're in Class 5 too, folks. It's not easy to make that transition.
Don't count out DeSmet in District 2 either.
Well, DeSmet's in District 3. DeSmet's in District 3.
Okay. See, I
3.
2 and 3 because it always changes. It's like usually Chaminade, Parkway Central, and Summit are in the same district. But
exactly.
I guess with the redistricting of MICDS and DeSmet, okay, got it. I mean, that we didn't talk about Parkway Central. Parkway Central plays a tough schedule, right? They're going to be a formidable foe, and DeSmet is too down in Class 5. There's 2 teams that play predominantly 5 and 6 schedule. So
exactly,
it could be playoffs will be fun.
Yes, it will. I mean, and like Parkway Central, they lost to Seckman in 10 innings, 6-3.
Yeah.
You know, they're youthful. I love that. I like that team. We've had them in the top 20. They were playing a little better. They've scuffled a little bit to the end. But I agree with you. They're going to be a tough out for whoever in District 3. That's what I think. District 3. We talk about these things a lot. DeSmet, Pacific. You don't want to sleep on Pacific.
True. Yeah.
That's who we were talking about. Listen to this, dude. I don't know. Is it Colton? I think it's Colton Kasuth or Kossuth.
It's Colton Kasuth. Yeah, he's a stud.
Kasuth. Dude,
yeah.
You know what he's slugging this year?
I tell me. He had 6 home runs last year as a junior. So.
His slug is 1.203.
Slugging 1,200.
Slugging, 6 doubles, a triple, 12 bombs.
That's wild.
He's got 19 extra base hits out of 27 total hits.
He has some of the fastest hands that I've seen, and I've watched that kid hit since he was 13 years old. His hands are so fast. He's highly athletic. He's lightning fast. He's a great baseball player. And Truman State is getting a gem of a ball player. They better hold on to him because he's going to tear it up.
Folks, you want to hear the video game OPS? It is 1847.
Unbelievable.
Because his on base is 644. He's got 17 stolen bases, 34 ribbies, and 35 runs scored, Dave.
Wow. I have nothing else to say. Like I'm not surprised, to be honest. I've thought that kid was one of the best hitters in our area since the time I saw him when he was 13, 14. I mean, what he could do with the BB Core bat when he was an 8th grader, like how hard he hit the baseball.
Yeah.
I mean, he rotates so well. He's on the barrel, and watch him play the outfield. He's fast. He is fast. He's a great base runner. It's really cool to see him put those numbers up as a senior.
Wow. I was blown away. I just blown, and that's only in 22 games, Dave.
Wow. Yeah. Well, there you go. I didn't know he had 12 jacks. I thought Brady Yates at 13 was the only one close to double digits. I had no idea Colton had 12.
I looked that up today, and it was 12 bombs, and I went, oh, my gosh.
That's wild.
So, and then Pacific, you also have the young man who can pitch it for them in Colton Burt. He's a freshman, and he's .94 ERA with 29 and 2/3 innings, 22 Ks. So Pacific's young. They're 14 and 8. I don't think you want to sleep on Pacific and District 3. I know I've got Rockwood Summit there, but it's a tough district as well.
District 3 is tough. I mean, whoever draws Washington in their first game is going to get Henry Vetter. Like, have fun. He's right, low 90s righty going to Jack State. He was brilliant the other day. I believe it was against Borgia in a loss. But shoot, Union's really good. I think the only team in that district that really doesn't stand a prayer is Parkway North, and that's simply because we beat them on Saturday.
Well, it's just the reality of it, folks. Sorry.
But yeah, that's and being the 1 seed in that district is essentially a bye to the second game, which is nice for whoever that is. Whereas, say Washington gets a 6 and you're the 3 seed, well, guess what? You square up against Henry Vetter. Congrats on getting the 3 seed.
Right.
So yeah, that's a tough district for Class 5. I mean, don't sleep on Melville in District 2 either. Don't sleep on Burroughs. I mean, there's some good teams in these Class 5 districts that aren't top teams in the state, but could beat anyone in Class 5 on any given day. Pax and Schneiders in Melville. Like, if you draw Melville, you get Pax, or you get Zayden Jean Lewis, or you get Jace Mayberry. Hey, those are 3 college arms. So, I love the parity in high school baseball this year.
Melville's 15 and 5. I looked at their schedule. It's probably why I didn't put them in that, because I don't think they play a tough schedule.
True.
And that's why they're not in our top 20. They're just outside of it. But, I mean, they're still a talented team, like you said. I agree with that. I agree.
They are, and they have a big arm. They have a low upper 80s into the low 90s arm in Pax Schneiders. So if he's over the plate and he's mixing it up, there are not many Class 5 lineups that are just going to hurt that. So
exactly. So that's where we're at right here. I appreciate Dave taking the time, but I know you got to get to practice. I appreciate you hanging in there with me.
I've got my Burroughs boy Nick Goff here for a pitching lesson, so he's cool. He appreciates the time I spend on YBM, don't you, Nick?
I appreciate not shitting on Burroughs.
Oh, he appreciates me saying nice things about Burroughs. Is the edited version of that. We're live.
Oh yeah. Hey, you know what? It's YouTube at least. Oh, mercy. Oh, so, Dave, you want to see any of these highlights? We got some good stuff. See 'em. All right. So I'm going to start here. This was our game of the week between Blue Springs South and Liberty North. Liberty North took the game 9-2, but there was a few highlights in there for Blue Springs South, and we're going to start off with Mr. Graydon Suferling. Check this out, folks. But he sure does swing the bat well. 449 batting average on the season. And he drives one to deep center field, and it is gone. Graydon Suferling hits a shot. Ho-ho! 2-1. Blue Springs South. It was a shot too, Dave. My goodness.
Yeah, it looked like a hanging slider that he just was all over.
It was, and it was funny because after the game, Harrison Tritz, who was the starting pitcher, he said he said it right off the gate. He goes, "I hung it."
Yeah, oh yeah, that was clear.
And then our player of the game for Blue Springs South, Bennett Collins, down the bottom of the order. He was 3 for 3. I love this. I know people go, "Oh, it's all safe," but hey, that's the bottom of the order. I love giving love to these guys who get it done in the bottom of the order. So let's check it out. Tritz on the season, 20 2/3 innings. He's started 5 games as that ball is into and down for a single into left center. As Collins leads off the second. Number 3. Bennett Collins at the plate.
Another one.
And that's going to drop for a 1-out single. Got it off the handle. That's back up the middle past Fisher.
Another one.
For a leadoff single here in the bottom of the 6th by Collins. Gotta love Drew, man.
I love the DJ Khaled there.
I love that stuff. And then here, though, this is the guy at the top of the order that really makes Liberty North go, and that's William Bologna. I think you've seen him play, haven't you, Dave?
Oh, he's very good. Yep, complete player. Headed to Bradley. Really good.
Yeah, really good. So check this out here, folks. And that is in the gap and down. Bologna hustling around first. He was hot out of the box. A hustle double for Will Bologna. I'll tell you, when we come back through that, the kid that was the cutoff, the second baseman, he throws the ball in, expecting his guy to be there, and it hit Bologna. And I think
it's
at
like
first,
playing kickball, like you throw the ball at the guy and he's out.
I
And
know,
William looks around like, dude, what's up with that?
I know, and it stunned me, as you can see. I stopped talking. I'm like, did I just see that? I'm like, what the heck just happened? And
I
Bologna,
said the
he was
same
like,
thing while I was watching. I'm like, did the ball just hit him?
I was shocked by that, and it looked like everybody was like, "I'm sorry, man," but I think the guy just turned and threw the ball like he was his shortstop was going to be there, but heck, it just hit him. I was like, "Dang!" So,
Yeah.
but it was just like we're all cool. Everybody was cool, so we got it done. Troy Fisher continues his tear through his senior season. Let's check it out here. 5 home runs on the season for Fisher, and that is through the hole, and that's going to score 2. A 2-out RBI single for Troy Fisher. And go ahead.
I mean, this is Liberty North's offense putting runs up on a guy that throws upper nines. That's impressive. If you throw upper nines in high school and teams are putting barrels on you, like, those teams are good. So that's that's the reason why Liberty North is number 1.
Yeah. I mean, folks, that's Graydon Suferling on the mound. This young man, he's headed to Wake Forest, and they knocked him out pretty early. And like you said, it's one of those death by 1,000 cuts. And it's not – Fisher's got 5 home runs. That's a pretty good number. But
when you're Troy Fisher and you're facing a guy throwing upper 90s with power stuff, right, you're not trying to hit a bomb. You're trying to see the ball deep, trying to hit it hard the other way. If you catch a breaking ball, you can catch it out front. The approach changes there. And that's maturity from those hitters. And that's a reason why that's why Troy's going to Arkansas, right? That's why Williams going to Bradley, because they understand that when you're facing arms like that, you can't sell out to pull the baseball. It's not going to happen.
No. And at the bottom of that order, Max Lemasters, and I know I'm going to regret this. I already am, but because the names are escaping me. But there's their center fielder. Geez, and I'm looking real quick here. Tucker Gammett. He goes and gets everything. He's another one, grinds out at bats at the bottom of that order. Owen Smith in the 2-hole does a great job. Same thing, just up and down that lineup. And then the kid O'Toole that is also in the bottom of that lineup. I was looking today. They were playing Lee Summit. I was on just before we started, and O'Toole had 2 hits at the bottom of the order again, and they were up 6-5 over, and they just knocked out the starting pitcher from Lee Summit. So it's just one of those things. They just grind you down. We got one more. We'll finish it up here. Harrison Tritz, don't sleep on this kid. Low 80s fastball. Did everything. 5th inning. Let's play it. Sharply at the shortstop out there, and a 6-4-3 double play ends the inning as we head to the bottom of the 5th inning. 7-2 Eagles. Well, that was not the.
That was not Harrison Tritz.
No, that was not the. So we had a little faux pas there. Sorry, folks. Harrison Tritz in the bottom of the 5th struck out the side. After the first batter had reached on an error, he went and struck out the side and said, I'll just take care of it myself. So sorry we didn't have that one for you, Harrison. My bad, buddy. Hey.
Sorry. I made him wait a little longer after he used profanity on the show. So it's time to roll.
Oh, man. Hey, folks, everybody, Dave Wiggins, follow him on his stuff. Hey, appreciate all the work, Dave. Do, buddy. Appreciate you.
Absolutely, man. Anytime.
We'll be talking to you soon.
See ya.
See ya. Folks, if you like what we do, please take a moment. We've got this here. Subscribe and win. We're giving away 2 Shohei Ohtani baseball cards, his first career postseason victory. That's from Topps Now 2025. And then his first career postseason home run for the Dodger in 2024. That's what we got here for you. We're giving that. Subscribe to the channel. We'll be giving these away. We're trying to hit 5,000 subscribers by the end of the month. Yeah, why not? Let's go for it. That's what we want to do. But we'll be giving these away. I've got them right here in my hand. As we'll be giving these away. You can see they're encased. They're up there. Got Dave's smiling face still as it froze there on the screen. But we're looking forward to it. Folks, if you like what we do, please do that. Like, share, hit the dinger. It gives you all your notifications for more of our live stream ball games, our press box, all the other material that we put on the channel. We appreciate Game 7 Baseball, Prime Sports, as always, Empower Financial. We got KiloGear coming back. We got some new stuff coming. We're going to get going with KiloGear. All of our sponsors and LPA, Legacy Performance Academy. We do appreciate all the folks that support Youth Baseball Midwest. Again, if you want to join the club, appreciate it. Go join the club. We appreciate the support from our fans, and we're pushing out exclusive content in the clubhouse, so you might want to go check that out. Folks, thanks for tuning in today. Do appreciate it, everybody. Have a great day in the Lord, and remember, we'll see you at the ballpark.